This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2011 F250. It's a crew cab. It's a 6.7 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It's an XLT that somebody special ordered with vinyl, fake leather seats, whatever. It's got 152,830 miles. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company. Right here in Tucson, it was a farmer's insurance vehicle. We purchased it, brought it here, and started learning about it. First of all, upon driving it home, we learned that it's very tuned. Okay, we also know that it has no catalytic converter and no EGR. All the emissions have been removed from it, and it's got a tune in it, which is why we don't have a check engine light. Okay, so if you're an Arizona buyer and you buy this, we have to install a CAT on it to get it through emissions, and that will add $400 to the price. If you're an Arizona buyer, you are buying a CAT. We go to Leon's Exhaust, and CAT's like $325, and it's $75 to install it. We're not making any money on it, but that's the rules. If you're from another state and you have emissions issues, especially California, know your rules, because we don't want people calling and saying, my truck would get through emissions and I'm pissed off at you. Be warned. Most of our people know exactly what I'm talking about. They understand diesel and emissions and what's going on. They also understand that when you tune a vehicle like this, especially a really good tune in this thing, that you're going to have different shift points, etc. Please understand that. If you don't understand that, really, there's going to be a lot of people on this vehicle. We want the right person to buy it. If there's any doubt in your mind, stay away. It's a quick truck. Real quick, okay, and that brings the issues of shifting and economy and the whole bit into question. So, we don't want anyone thinking that we're trying to get over on anybody. It's a cool truck. I love it, but just know what you're getting into. So, EGR delete, CAT delete, tune, know your emissions. Arizona buyers add $400. Now, we got it here. We needed to take it to Monsoon. That's our shop. They do all of our diesel work. They're great. They did transmission service, fluid, and filter. We just wanted to make sure that that was fine, and it was. So we did that anyway. We did front brake pads and one rotor. I forget which side, by the way. Sorry to that, but it'd be obvious if you took off the wheel. One battery is new. And then we thought that when we put the battery in, that that would deal with codes that we were getting that didn't make any sense. It turns out that we should have listened to the scanner, because the scanner said it needed a new harness from the very beginning, battery harness. Back in the day, a battery harness was just battery cables. Now it's this huge, you should see how big the battery harness is on this thing. It's ridiculous. But apparently that's something that fails on these. And it's got a brand new battery harness. I'll show you the receipts and the invoices here in a second. They'll also be linkable in our ad. It was like $900 for a battery harness. Like, what? I also got a new air filter and a detail. Cosmetically, it looks like this tailgate's definitely been repainted. And it's got dings and stuff. This bed, somebody had rhino lined it, and they probably did it themselves, which is why it's all peeling off. That's a rollover ball. You can roll it over flat. I'll show you where to do that. It does have a backup camera that does function. Thing right here. Anyway, just go over all the photos in it. You'll be able to see it. All the cosmetics of it. It's a pretty decent looking truck, but it's not a show truck for sure. Anyway, don't put anything in here because it ain't going anywhere. This has been deleted, okay? All we're doing is putting diesel fuel in it. All right, there's your key. Locked, there's locked, and there's unlocked, right? Now I'm probably gonna have an alarm set. Yep, when you do that, you set the alarm. You start this truck. Okay, sorry about the glare. Tire monitors. So they stole the wheels and tires. We had some wheels and tires, but they don't have monitors in them. None of them. So you need 4 monitors to make that light go off. The blinking monitor light go off. So if you 152,882. If you take it to Discount Tires, you can get that done. Why didn't we do that? Well, because these tires are kind of ugly. The wheels are kind of ugly. And so we figure whoever's buying this truck is probably going to put a new set of wheels on it anyway. So what's the point of putting sensors in, right? So the tires, the wheels and tires on it now, they're VFG all-terrains, and they're probably 30 or 40% tread. They're probably got another 5,000 miles in them. But unless tires are unsafe, we don't ever change them, the wheels or the tires. Just keep the price down. There's a Ford stamp here, so you know you have an original fender. Ford stamp here. And let's see, where's the Ford stamp? Oh, there's the Ford sticker right here. So anyway, that whole harness that connects into the battery goes behind the motor. It's quite a bit of labor. You'd be surprised. I couldn't believe that I had a little sticker shock on that one. But it is something that is a problem, so it's been addressed on 6.7, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, anyway, here's some invoices to look at. Let's see, that's for this truck. Battery, diagnostic, tranny service, pads, and front rotor. There's one rotor and front pads, and serpentine belt. That was $958. Then we did battery cables, positive and negative, which is basically a battery harness, which costs $626 and $238 to install it. And the air filter, we did that also. That was another $1,003. So we spent $1,962 at Monsoon. There's the parts invoices. There's the air filter, pads, rotor. All this stuff is in the ad. You can look at it yourself. Serpentine belt. One of the batteries. We only had to replace one battery. The alternator worked fine, so charge the other battery. We had to fix a tear in the driver's seat. That was 150 bucks. Here's the title. There's the VIN. Salvaged Arizona title with 152,765. Farmers signed it over to Crosscut. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I like to go over this so people know what they're getting and paperwork and everything. All right, there's your VIN. This is the Carfax. Kelly and Carfax get together. They blend the history of the vehicle with the Kelly, and this is the actual value with salvage history of $28,000. Stolen. It was stolen 7/6 of 21. There's your VIN. This will be linked in the ad. Had some really good dealer services. It was sold certified at 25,000 miles by the Ford dealer, and they kept taking care of it. Bum, 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 bum. Boring, boring, boring. And then it looks like, let's see, it's in Texas there. Then it was stolen. 7/6/21, recovered the next day. They stole the wheels and tires, which is probably the reason they salvaged it. On this expensive vehicle like this, they paid a fortune on this thing. If they hadn't stolen the wheels and tires, they probably wouldn't have. Even though most of the time they do. I've seen brand new Lamborghinis on salvage titles that don't have a scratch on them. So it's not that unusual. In fact, I would say 90% of the theft recoveries get salvaged even if they don't have a scratch on them. The reason they do that is liability. The insurance companies don't want to be sued by whoever buys this vehicle from us. Okay? So if they sold this on a clear title and you got killed in it after you bought it from us, they have a lot more than we do, more money than we do. Farmers does. So your attorney would go after them. They don't want to be sued. They've already paid out a fortune. So by giving it a salvage title, they basically divorce the truck. It's a ugly divorce because they probably paid 30, 40 grand for this truck to the victim of the theft. But it's better than $1 million, right? So, boom. All right, mirror out, in, down, up, other side, out, in, up, down. Then we got out and in, out and in. We got power pedals. This is a really loaded up XLT, by the way, especially back in the day. Here's your tilt wheel, right? Seat forward, back, up, down. It had a tear right here. The seam had busted up, so we had to go get it sewed. I don't even know if they used new material. I think they probably didn't. They probably did not. because it doesn't look like a different color unless they actually had that exact match. Anyway, here's an aftermarket stereo. I don't deal with that. If it works, I guess it makes noise. But the most important part is it does have a backup camera, okay? So there's that. Air is blowing ice cold in here. Tomorrow I'm going to Vegas for the Pac-12 tournament, and it's nice and cool, which is nice. Could be really hot. You have locking diffs in this. You have a floor shifter for 4x4, which is kind of cool. What else? Let's see. Turn that down. Guess we'll go and try the heater here real quick. And it's already blowing hot. That's plenty. I like the air conditioning on. Turn that on. Turn that on. Put it right about there. Okay. There's tow on and off. Let's see what else we got. All kinds of little toys here. All that stuff works fine. I've been driving this thing quite a bit lately. Well, not quite a bit, probably 50 or 60 miles. So I'm pretty familiar with it. Okay, so there's 4x4 high right there, right? Put it in drive. I don't want to put it in manual. All right, and reverse. All right, so there's that. All right, so when you're doing the 4x4, you might want to put the seat up because that's really annoying. I'm trying to. All right, back to two-wheel drive. Let's go for a ride. All right, if you come to Tucson to drive this home, you need plates and insurance. Obviously, you can get neither on a salvage title. We have to take this truck to the cops and get what's called a level 3 inspection by gun-carrying, badge-wearing Arizona cops. Once we have that level 3 inspection, we can take the salvage title we have currently and that level 3 inspection, go to motor vehicles here and get what's called a restored salvage title. Once we do that, we can issue you plates to drive home with and you can get insurance. Without it, you can do neither. So obviously that's mandatory if you're gonna drive it home. What else? If you are gonna drive it home, you're gonna pay your state insurance, whatever that is, plus our city of 2.7% and a $250 dock fee. Add to that to restore the title. To restore the title is $200, okay? If you're gonna pay by wire and ship out of state, once we receive full payment, we will fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address, sign it off to you, scan it into your online file, and mail it to you. We even scan it in the envelope, we mail it in. Now, if you want us to restore the title before it ships out of state, let us know and we'll add $200 to the deal, okay? I'm gonna try to get on the frontage road so we can go fast, because that's the fun part about this truck. It's quick, real quick. Like, most cars aren't as quick. This is pretty quick. You give one of those Camaros a run. Some might beat you, some might not. That's how quick this thing is. Anyway, you will have the vehicle. If you're gonna pay from out of state and pay by wire, you're gonna have to ship it yourself. If you need help with shipping, let me know. I can do it for you. We could roll the price of the shipping into the price of the vehicle, whatever. Just ask for help if you need it. Deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it will stay for sale. So please make sure you get your deposit in, okay? What else? We got a little problem here with the old bike rider and the guy there, huh? I don't think I'd mess with the guy in the Harley. He looks a little rough. Anyway, what else? I already told you the deposit. Deposit's $500. Please get the deposit in, okay? Without a deposit, it'll stay for sale. So get that in. That way there's no disappointment if somebody, is going to beat you to it because you won't wait a couple hours to talk to your wife first. Get the deposit in, okay? Last part of every video, I said the same thing, and I will on this truck, like I do on thousands of others. We don't have salesmen, so we don't have a commission to pay. We don't have a fancy location with a person serving scones and lattes and whatever. So you can save a lot of money because we don't have to pay for all that crap. Our uncle owns our property. He charges us $1 a year for our property, so he can write off the loss, basically. So that's why you have to pay him $1. So we have a lot less overhead than they do. So we don't need to make as much money as they do. Okay, it's really not necessary to pound these vehicles into the ground. So we leave a lot on the bone for you. Why? we leave a lot on the bone for you when we don't have to. So that you can be the owner on day one and take care of your truck from beginning to end, okay? What am I saying? I'm saying that when they charge you, you know, 30% more for a vehicle over what we would, there's a reason. They have bills to pay. Well, we give you that 30% up front, okay, so that you can fix your truck. There's only 2 of us. We don't have time to run around and get your truck fixed. And you didn't pay for that. You do at the new car dealer, you don't with us, okay? Check this out. Now, hopefully, I see something looks like a cop up there. I better slow down. Yeah, I'm not liking this little frontage road here. This is a great drag racing road, by the way. This is from Prince Road to Ruthroff here in Tucson. And man, it's really nice and flat and very unpopulated. It's very tempting for the kids and for me, a large kid. So what I may do, once I'm sure that that wasn't a cop, which I think I'm pretty sure, I think I'm just gonna stop. I don't have anyone behind me on the frontage road. There we go. All right. So, here we go. Yeah. This thing is quick. Real quick. That's kind of fun, actually. Anyway, I just wanted to do that since I was on this road. But it runs really strong. The shifts up are really tight. The shifts down, and apparently it's because of the tune, like from 3rd to 2nd to 1st, sometimes they're kind of hard, you know? So, anyway, that's all. I just wanted you to know that so that there's no ambiguity here. But I can tell you one thing, you're gonna piss off somebody in a fast car with this thing if you want to. Anyway, these videos can be 17 minutes and 38 seconds on YouTube. I don't know why. We're at 17 minutes and 14 seconds. So we're about out of time. I'm just gonna shut up and let it run out of time. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Go Cats.